Hello, everyone. Getting this out a little bit late. Didn't know if I was even going to do one today. I had a rough week. Had two funerals. Had one when one of them was today. But I thought I'd go ahead. I had a little bit of time here. I'll go ahead and put out a Bible trivia this afternoon. Before I start into the Bible trivia, let me ask you a question. Who earns a living by driving his customers away? A taxi driver. How do you fix a broken tuba? With a tube of glue. Oh boy. All right. We'll get into our trivia questions. 10 questions worth a point apiece and bonus questions. Number one, when Jesus was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, what did he request of his Father? This cup pass from him, strength, or forgiveness for his betrayer? Matthew 26, verse 39 tells us that he said that this cup passed from him. Number two, when Judas arrived in the garden, how did he greet Jesus? He called Jesus' name. He ran up to him. He kissed him. Matthew 26, verse 49 says he kissed him. Number three, what were the multitudes that accompanied Judas? What were the multitudes that accompanied Judas armed with? Knives, swords and clubs, or whips? Matthew 26, 47 tells us the answer is swords and clubs. Number four, when Jesus was seized, what happened to Malcus, the slave of the high priest? He fell at Jesus' feet. The disciples threatened him and retreated, or Peter cut off his ear. Matthew 26, 51 tells us that the answer is Peter cut off his ear. All right, number five. What did Jesus tell Peter would happen to those who take up the sword? They would sin, they would die by the sword, they would have to leave their families. Matthew 26, 52 tells us they would have to die by the sword. Here's your bonus question. How did Jesus heal Malcus' ear? How did Jesus heal Malcus' ear? Luke 22, verse 51 says that he touched it. All right, here's your next set of questions. Number one, which disciple was going to betray Jesus? Was it Peter, Thomas, or Judas Iscariot? John 12, verse 4, I'm sure y'all got that right. We were already talking about that some in the first round. Judas Iscariot. Number two, which book of the Old Testament contains the prophecy that the Messiah would be betrayed by a friend? Was it Psalms, Proverbs, or Isaiah? The answer is Psalms, and specifically Psalms 41, verse 9. Number three, who did Judas negotiate with regarding Jesus' betrayal? Pilate, Herod, or the chief priest? Mark 14, verse 10 tells us the answer is the chief priest. Number four, how much were the chief priests willing to pay Judas to betray Jesus? Was it 15 pieces of silver, 30 pieces of silver, or 5 pieces of gold? Matthew 26, verse 15 tells us the answer is 30 pieces of silver. Number five, who prophesied that Jesus would be betrayed for 30 pieces of silver? Was it Zechariah, David, or Solomon? The answer gives away, or the book that it's found in gives away the answer. It's a Zechariah 11, verse number 12, which is, of course, Zechariah. Here's your bonus question. In what kind of setting did Judas hope to turn Jesus over to the chief priest? In what kind of setting did Judas hope to turn Jesus over to the chief priest? Luke 22, verse 6 tells us that he's hoping it was in the absence of the multitudes. All right. Let me know how you did. I think you probably did very well on that. Might have had trouble with that last bonus question, but maybe some of you hit it right on the head. I don't know. Just let me know and hope you have a wonderful weekend.